My name is Sean Forster. Very excited to be here today representing AppFolio and being part of an event where we can talk about how innovation, right, is going to help us create better experiences for our end users while also driving profitability, which is really right up AppFolio's alley. We envision a world where creating a world rather where choosing, investing in, owning, living in, and managing communities feels magical and effortless, freeing people and the companies that they're a part of to thrive. And we do this largely through conversations like those that are happening here at this conference. That, paired with our development cycle, has led us to be on the forefront of many of the waves of innovation we've experienced over the past 20 years, including, yes, artificial intelligence. And is it just me, or does it seem like every product these days has some component of artificial intelligence in it? In fact, how many of us waking up this morning, getting ready for an event, kind of got ready by using AI to brush our teeth? Anyone? No? Yeah. Me either. And I think, reason behind that is that AI doesn't solve everything all the time, right? There's a time and a place for it. And when we think about that, I think it's important for us to understand that there's a lot of reasons to talk about AI. And when we talk about it, it should never be the how we get things done. It should be the why, right? And why we're interested in using artificial intelligence in our industry is because it helps us solve challenges. So let's talk about some of the challenges we have in our industry. Well, this is showing all the stuff we have to take care of each and every day. All the deadlines, all the deliverables, all the procedures that we have to do on a daily basis. It's a lot of opportunity for inefficiencies, a lot of busy work represented in here, and a lot of room for errors to compound and have a negative impact on our business. We also continue to operate in some challenging market conditions. So this comes to us from NMHC. They do a quarterly survey, and we found that from the last 9 quarters, we've been experiencing what they call looser market conditions. That's negative or declining rent growth, that's increasing in the expenses and cost of doing business, and other kind of headwinds that are having negative pressure on our operating margins. When we look internally, we find that a lot of our employees are already using tools like a ChatGPT on the side to get their work done. And that in its own presents its own types of challenge. For one, we don't really know if they're using it in the right way. We don't have visibility into how they're using AI. And we're not giving them the resources and the guidance for how they should be using it responsibly. And the reason why we know that is we asked, and 91% reported that their organization did not have an AI policy in place that governed the use of AI for their role. Right, so these are some of the reasons why we're interested and why we believe that AI will have a positive impact in our industry if it's implemented in a correct way. And we believe that in order to have AI be successful within our organizations, it really needs to hit this triple aim, right? First, it needs to be useful. It needs to solve a challenge that you're feeling within your organization. You'd think this would be obvious, but we also live in a world where we have AI toothbrushes. You want it to be intuitive so that you don't have to have a steep learning curve before using any of these solutions. And of course, you want it to be trustworthy. You want it to have, as you use it, for it to have predictable outcomes and ones that you can explain. And that's the approach that we feel like we're doing at AppFolio. We have 8 million units under management through our customers, and 96% of our customers are using one or more of our AI solutions. And I could go on about these solutions, including our most recent ones, RealmX. I think we have a video that we can show, because I think hearing it from the users is the most powerful thing that we can do. So in this video, Jen Barton, a property manager from Atlas Real Estate based in Colorado, 6,000 units under management, is telling our development team some of the impact that she's seen from the use of RealmX flows, in this case, on their lease renewals.
Well, I called Brian right away because I don't cuss professionally. I don't cuss. And I pulled the BI report and looked at it and kind of just looked at my second monitor and then looked back at my main monitor again when it clicked what it was telling me. And I was like, what? Refresh. And then I'm like, okay, backside of BI, is there an error anywhere? Is this misreporting something? And then the data team said, no, there's no error showing on my side. I was like, holy F. We jumped 4 points overnight. And renewals are key to me. Like, I've always promoted renewals in my entire PM career. So to see the jump, I literally sent Tony and Brian a message right away, sent the VP of the JV a message right away, and was like, we jumped 4 points in renewals last night.
It's
There is
fantastic.
nothing we can attribute it to besides more contact. And whether that's the emails and the text messages going out and the residents emailing and calling, or the PMs reaching out, as well, something's working, and the only thing that we can attribute it to is the more contact through the workflow.
Amazing. So we love hearing those stories. I'll just conclude by saying her experience isn't unique. We see it across our user base. And with that, thank you so much for your time. If you'd like to talk more, I'll be in the other room, and I'll hand it over to our speakers. Thank you.